don't get left on the dock while the action is heating up. Slots are filling fast. Book your trip with Kevin Brock today for a world-class experience on the water. It's more than a fishing trip, it's a memory that'll last a lifetime. Book now before it's too late.
Well, welcome back, everybody. It is Thursday night, and you are listening to Real Talk with Kevin Brock.
It's 7 o'clock. Wow, we made it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Wow, here we are. And what a week it has been, man. Good to see you, Stoney. I'm glad everything's working good here. So,
Yes,
yeah, we got what a lineup we got for this evening. All kinds of stuff. We'll talk about what's hot, what's not. Snow in the valley. Oh, yeah, lots of snow in the valley. Hey, that's pretty cool. Different things sticking them out. We got to talk about what? Fishing reports, what's going on, weather reports, what's happening to our rivers, upcoming events, websites, online store disasters. Oh, that's going to be a fun one to talk about. Yeah, and we'll just keep right on going and have it going. It'll all end up good, but hey, it's the real talk, and that's what it is. Check this out. So we'll just start off with it. We'll get this out of the way. I was helping out down there in the tackle box this afternoon, and doing this, doing that. We got minnows in there, and I'm refreshing the minnows, and I got the pump on. Well, I'm draining the tank. I forgot about it. Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, just forgot about it. Yeah, I was good. The customers came in. I was busy talking on the phone. You know me. I'm making swim baits. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Drained the whole tank, and Roxanne now has left because I'm doing the podcast to drive down there to see if there's any that are laying on the bottom and maybe a half inch of water that we saved. We just got a shipment. So, yeah. So, good job. I got, Husband of the Year award on this one today.
And it's only February. You got a long way to go.
Oh, well, let's just go Husband of the Day award then. Oh, man. And then we got Friend of the Day. It's been quiet, but lots of positive things. Lots and lots and lots of positive things. And we'll start off with that. So let's just kick off with the weather. Now normally people say when you're talking to them, don't ask, hey, how's the weather? Or how was your weekend? I mean, that's just weak, right? I mean, that's just like, all right, I really don't care, but I just want to say something so there's no dead air. The weather. When you're talking to the weather, we're driving down this morning and snowing in Orville. Now, it didn't stick, but right up on Kelly Ridge, right up above, if you're familiar with Orville, Lake Orville, right of all the mountains all around, they're all covered in white now, all covered in white. So coming into Chico, and sure enough, big old snowflakes coming down all over the place. Not a lot sticking, but if you were up in Paradise, you got anywhere between 6 to 10 inches up in there, which is 15 minutes away. So the weather was cold and not a lot of people were fishing. The fish were, just all kind of hibernating right now in the lakes and everything. And it's just not the best weather to be out fishing right now. But as crazy as we are, and there's a few of us out there, there's still a few guys out there fishing for steelhead. Feather River, all the way from the low flow, the hatchery area that's open, all the way down to the outlet, is still producing a bunch of nice fish. And remember, you can keep them if they have an adipose fin clipped. They're all generated through the system. Some aren't clipped, some are clipped. So some get to naturally spawn in the river, and that we like that. Some get to naturally spawn in the hatchery, and we like that too. So as long as there's fish, it really doesn't matter. And anyway, and so guys are getting them, and anytime it rains, for you guys who are spin fishing, for coastal steelhead, we love using up on the coast, up on the Smith and Chetco, and you have eel and all there. We love using little bits of roe and pieces of roe and hot shots, or the big rubber balls, bouncing with those, and those really fish really well on those coastal fish. But down here for the valley fish, they're smaller and they're more like a trout. So anytime it rains, don't count out the old night crawler. Drift a night crawler through there, a mini night crawler, run a 6-pound leader, because when there's this much rain, the water's got a little stain to it. 6-pound leader, number 8 hook, number 6 hook, even if you want. Freaking have them bite, set the hook hard, and hang on. And there's still lots of there's fish caught today. And one of the guys came in, caught some fish today, and bought some more night crawlers. So that was cool. And there was fish caught yesterday, and so there's fish even in this storm. There's fish being caught. So the Delta is obviously going to kind of mud up a little bit. Your lakes are going to have a little color to them, yet they'll still fish. They'll still fish. And this break in the weather, Shasta's putting out some really big kings. They're having a Juan Bass Shasta tournament over there. I want to say this weekend or something.
They're there now. They're there now.
Yeah, going on with the Bass guys over there. And so Shasta kicks out some monster spots. So dress warm for that and have a good time. That's kind of cool. And then they've got, tell me about what happened as we're talking about different lakes, because, Collins Lake is still catching a lot of trout. They're killing them over there. That's putting a pay to play lake. You go in there and you pay a little bit and you can go fish, and they stock a lot of fish, and there's a lot of big fish in there. So Collins is a cool place to go. Let's talk about what just happened on Clear Lake. Not for a bass record. I heard a kayaker caught a big bass, and somewhere up in Texas, someone caught a big bass, some sort of state record. But how big was the new, is it official yet? There's
I believe
record
it's
catfish.
Yeah, I believe it's official. I was told they've got an official registered, certified scale. And the guy's name is Vince that caught it. It's a 44.
Hey, good job, Vince. Way to go, buddy.
44-pound, 10-ounce catfish at a Clear Lake. Now, if that's all official, that's the lake record as of now.
44-pound catfish out of a California lake. How about that?
Yeah, and we have the Catfish Bash coming up here in about 2 weeks on March 7th. So we're predicting some pretty big weights. Last tournament we broke some records, or the heaviest weigh-in was a 30-pound fish. Was the biggest fish, like 30 and some ounces. And then there was the total bag limit, which is a 3-fish bag limit. We were over 70 pounds for 3 fish. So we're predicting there's going to be some pretty big weights going into this March 7th tournament, with a 44-pound being caught right now. So
that's just amazing. Why? Is that a fluke thing, or is just people just getting better?
I think it's a little of both. I think there's a lot of pressure on the fish because, catfishing has been growing so much over the years at Clear Lake. You had a few guys doing it. It wasn't as publicized. And I'd say now with the number of tournaments that are happening on that lake for catfishing, and so many people, especially with tournament season, going on with what I do with those guys, every 2 months we're doing a tournament. It's just a lot of people fishing that lake now for catfish. So it's just a bound that they, hopefully people, catch and release and, do it responsibly.
Well, that's what majority of it is over there.
Yeah.
You can't keep, that many big fish and expect it to stay good. It takes years and years and years for those fish to get that big. We know that. But
so, a lot going on.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. That's very, very, very exciting to have a 40-pound catfish out of Clear Lake. Although, the bass tournaments and the bass guys and everything, they put a lot of pressure on that lake. They catch a lot of fish, and still there's just monster bass being caught out of there.
So to give people perspective, last year when we were looking at permits on Clear Lake and we wanted to see, how many, different style tournaments are going on, there was 96 bass tournaments last year on Clear Lake. 96 with permits. That's not counting other people that, might do it without permits or what have you, but 96 bass tournaments. And I think there was, through the whole year we had 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 or 8 catfish tournaments on that lake. So
Well, I
numbers
mean, the
aren't there
point
yet.
is catch and release, obviously works.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with some of that. And if someone wants to keep a catfish here and there to eat, or keep a bass here and there to eat, so be it. No
Right.
problem. It's not, and there's nothing against the law, nothing against fishing game, nothing against anything that says you can't do that. But don't over harvest. Like, okay, this evening, for instance, I got home from the store, and after I realized, excuse me, after I realized I messed up, and killed all our minnows, we had for dinner, some striped bass that we caught out of the Delta. Now, these were filleted. They had been vacuum sealed, a couple of months old, whatever. Pulled them out, cleaned them, just the old butter saute, super simple, right? And it's fantastic. And it was one, maybe 5-pounder, or something like that. 20, 21, 22 inch or something like that, whatever. Plenty enough for me and Roxanne for dinner, a little bit left over. That's all you need. That, again, eat one here, eat one there, but don't, I guess the point is, don't just slam it all in the freezer and expect it to be good later on just because you're like, oh, I caught it, I caught it, and kind of be like that. Because that's kind of how we used to be, just, everything we catch, keep it, throw it in the freezer. And at the end of the year, you're going through the freezer, and at the bottom, you're like, oh my goodness. And it's all white and freezer burn. You just wasted that whole thing. And I mean, we've all done it on accident. We made mistakes, but it's like, be aware of that. Be aware of that, because fish is great. I love eating fish. Last week we had a piece of salmon. Then we had a piece of rockfish. Then we had a piece of striper. Then I had some ducks, and then we had a backstrap from one of the deer we shot. So all that's great. I mean, we eat what we shoot and catch, but I don't shoot everything, and I don't keep everything I catch either. So, and that's why these lakes can keep going. If everybody kept all the catfish they caught out of there, it'd take a couple of years and you'd wipe it out.
Most likely, yeah.
It'd be over. I mean, it'd have to be, but at least some were being caught and released. I'd be interested to see how many fish that were tagged, if you tagged them, that you caught again or someone caught again.
Now we did do some tags unofficially, or so I was told there were some tags that were done on some fish during somebody's tournament one time, and they were offering some awards if you caught that fish. And to my knowledge, in the last 4 or 5 years, no one's caught those tagged fish. Now there wasn't hundreds of them. There was probably 4 or 5 fish that were tagged that they were claiming some awards with, but I've never heard anybody claim the award for what they were advertising. But yeah, that would be I thought it'd be cool to just tag some fish with some like they do with sharks and stuff, and just track what they do and where they go, and learn more about how they behave in that particular lake. Because everything, whether it's crappie, bass, carp, catfish, everything in that lake is big.
There's a lot of food in there.
Yep.
A lot of food. I mean, fish get big when there's a lot of food. And it's also a natural lake.
Yes.
I mean, look what happens to it when we don't mess them up, all these other lakes are, man-made and generated, and they don't have the algae bloom. They don't have the bugs. They don't have all this stuff. Everyone's like, oh, Clear Lake's gross, because it's got all that green film on it. Well, that's natural. That's part. That's part of it. There's an ecosystem. That's part of how it all works.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. All right. Well, keep talking about when your next catfish tournament's coming up and how people can sign up for that. I'll be right back.
This is where Kevin takes his little break he does halfway through. While he does that, we have a tournament coming up March 7th, Catfish Bash. Go on to Facebook, check it out, or to oldfartsfishing.com, and there'll be information there as well. Johnson's Bait and Tackle Striper Fest is coming up, so I'm sure we're going to talk about that at some point. But
that'll be a subject.
Yeah, and that's the same day, so I can't be in 2 places at once. So I have a catfish team that I'm sending up. That I've got. Kevin, I did such a great job with my catfish team that they promoted me. You know that?
They promoted you?
Yeah, they promoted me to team manager.
Oh, I was
so,
going to
how
I
that
could
works.
understand the demotion, but I don't know about I don't know about the promotion.
Yeah, so in the high tech world, what they would do is if you
May
did
says
a
hi.
really good job, they
Hey,
call it the Peter principle. They just
hey,
keep promoting
hey,
you higher and higher so you can't do any more damage. So,
say hi. May
what's
says
up,
hello.
May? Hi, May. So anyway, promoted because we're gonna let them fish it.
Very cool.
So I can be
Good
at
luck.
Johnson's Bait and Tackle.
Good luck to Stony Stone's team that's promoted you to manager, marketing, promoter. Yeah, no, we'll be over there at Johnson's. That's going to be a great time there, and a lot of specials, a lot of deals, a lot of giveaways. Always a great time over there with Chuck Cabros over there, Johnson's Bait and Tackle. They got enough stuff over there, a little bit for everybody and for everything, and good prices, clean store, and just a bunch of nice guys. So definitely jump over there and support them. And that is on March 7th. It'll basically go on all day, like 9 to 5 or something like that. And there'll be a food truck there. There'll be seminars. There'll be giveaways. There'll be raffles. Yeah, good time. You're not doing
a
nothing.
seminar.
And you're in Yuba City, swing on by there and say hi to everybody.
You're doing a seminar. What I think it's what time is that at 12:30?
Yeah, 11 or 12 or something like that, or 11 to 12 or 11:30 to 12:30. I'm not sure how they got it on there. 10:30. I don't know. I haven't looked. Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. But no, there'll be lots of other guys doing seminars and people talking about stripers. So if you got questions, come over and talk about that. And want to book a trip, you can come over and book a trip. There'll be guides there, including myself, and we'll be doing that. And we'll be helping people out. And so yeah, it'll be cool. Speaking of which, today on the show we will do a how to rig a swim bait. And now I know most people say, "Oh, it's really easy," but there's little tips and tricks to make it easier for people. Because believe it or not, if you haven't done it a lot before, it can be difficult. For me, I don't even think about it. It's like tying a knot. I just do it. I don't even remember I did it. I just did it, because it's just such repetitiveness. But for people who haven't done it a lot, maybe their bait's not getting quite right. And we'll get into that once we get down into the striper section of everything. And we got a couple questions on there popping in, but Anthony jumped in here and he said, how's that American River steelhead right now? And Anthony, I haven't fished it in a few days or talked to anybody after the rain came, but the water has dropped over there, which is a good thing. And on the upper section, Sailor Bar area up in there, they're getting some nice steelhead. And again, if you're drift fishing, don't ever discount the night crawler, especially at this time of year. There's no salmon around. I'm not saying they won't pick up some roe or a salmonade, because they will, and they're a steelhead, right? I mean, what steelhead doesn't like a big piece of chunk of roe floating by them that's perfectly, and smells good? We're going to eat that. The steelhead are going to eat that. But there's something about that night crawler after a rain, and it washes all the bugs, washes all the things in the water, and more stuff's floating down, and here comes this wiggly, big old worm coming down, and they just chew it up. You can drift it. You can float them under a bobber. You can fish them out of a boat, all of the above. So don't discount that. And then little spoons. Little Cleo is such a good little bait. It's not a bait, it's a lure. But, in that quarter ounce to, a third of an ounce, in that blue chrome, blue and silver. And then, if it's really cloudy out, never discount gold. Gold is a good one when there's clouds out. And, have a few of those in your box. But, I mean, literally when I go steelhead fishing the Feather or the American, I've got some night crawlers. I've got some little cup of roe, some little beads, some little soft eggs, matching the hatch on those, like just a little light colored, orange colored, light pink colored egg, in the 8mm size is probably my favorite. It's still big enough. You can go to a 6, but an 8 is real good. 8 is real good. And then you can run 6-pound test leader, but never discount threading. Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. Oh, I know. I just got a text message. It gets better. It gets better for me drowning all the minnows. I had hundreds of plugs in the back of Roxanne's truck.
Yeah.
And I went back there and I said, no, it's secure. I just get a text message. It lost a box of plugs.
Oh, shit.
So on Highway 99,
Get
you're
in the
headed towards
cars.
Mexico. You want a bunch of free lures? They're on the side of the freeway right now. Oh my goodness! My poor
Anthony
wife.
Sparks, that's in your backyard. Get on the road.
There he
Go.
is.
So,
There you are. There it goes. Oh my goodness!
oh my God.
I just got my laptop linked to my cell phone, and now all this is coming up.
You're all
Oh
great.
my goodness! I hope we didn't cause a wreck or something like that.
There's a bunch of
Oh,
fishermen headed out there right now looking for some
oh,
lures.
they're going down. They're gonna be stoked. I want my names on the boxes. I wonder if we'll get charged for littering for that.
No, it's
I'll have to go.
I challenge some of these guys out there to go find that box and bring it back for a good reward.
Oh no, the boxes. There was like
The box is the reward.
no. I'm telling you, there's like 200 lures in each box.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's no joke. It's $1,000, $1,500 box.
So if there's a friendly fisherman out there that wants to get rewarded
Oh
somehow with something
my
cool,
goodness.
turn that thing into Kevin. I'm sure he'll make it worth your while.
She was headed. I'll give you a fishing rod. She was headed northbound on Highway 99. So she was off 70. She cut across from Orville. What time is it? Yeah, she was on 99. By now it's
Yeah.
7:22. She left here. Oh yeah, she's happy with me.
Yeah, this is real
Oh,
talk. This might be the last time we see Kevin
this
after
might be
Roxanne
it.
gets home.
This might be it.
Oh man, I feel for you, brother. I feel, and it's yeah, I've
I
had
thought it was
days.
going to be fine. Oh, but she's probably driving fast.
No, it's life happens. You adjust. It's throwing curveballs
Well,
right now.
speaking of life happening, let's just get it all out there now. So last week we had this. We might as well just get it all out on the table and get it done with. I don't want to kick myself anymore tonight. Last week we had this incredible sale. We figure out how to use our online store. I mean, we're excited about this. We mark certain things that people are going to be using, and we sell them for basically cost or below cost. We have hundreds of people looking at it, orders like crazy, thousands of dollars of orders going out to people all over, right? So again, here, what do? It's all packed, shipped, ready. I drop it off. I drop it off at the post office. And I ask the lady inside or the person inside. Doesn't matter if a lady, guy, whatever. I don't want to, it's not on a lady. I says, is this the right place to drop them off at? And she goes, oh yeah, you have the USPS barcode on your packaging. We paid for it already. We pay for it all online. And she just scans it in, right? And so there's like 28 packages. I just keep coming in with boxes and boxes, handing them to her. And she's just scanning them in. Now, rewind. After this sale that we did on the promo code Stony Stone, 50% off, which was amazing, amazing deal. I haven't made no money on this, okay? And there's no money to be made on this, just so you know. This is a promotional deal to help other people out. Roxanne and I spent 2 days packing orders. One night staying up till past midnight, making sure every order was packed to perfection. Everybody had it. Everything was done right. Everything, right? I dropped them all off. She's manning the store. And when I get back, she said, no, I was supposed to drop it off at the pickup site because they were already scanned in. I go, oh, well, no big deal. The lady said she would get it. I have people so upset with me right now, Stony.
Oh no.
The $2,000 that just went out the door on the lures on the side of the freeway somewhere, the $500 worth of minnows that I just drowned today is nothing compared to what all these people are mad at me. I can deal with that. I messed up. Now I got people mad at me, and we went over and beyond to try to help them out. One guy said, listen, Oh, I got to read it. I got to read it. I won't bring up his name. It doesn't matter. I mean, he's a nice guy and everything. And people are being fine about it. I've responded to every single person about that, you know. And he says, check this out. It shows that this guy lives in Orville, right? It shows that the package went from Willows to New York. Now it's in Colorado.
Oh no.
That is on, check this out. Colorado, next facility, Jersey City. And it might end up, well, that was on February 12th. So on February 17th, it's in transit to next facility.
It's getting frequent flyer miles.
And that's what he said. He said he's being kind about it. And if it don't show up, I'm gonna have to replace them all for him because he paid for them. He says, yeah, you need to get that package some frequent flyer miles. LOL.
Wow.
Well, it's not funny.
It's not.
It's bad. Here's why, because it happened to over 40 other orders.
Right.
They are all over the place. Now, finally, one guy gets his order, right? One of them, he ordered 2. He gets one of his orders. It's not even done right. Why? Because I didn't read the order right. And where it said swim bait, whatever, I put in 1 swim bait, but on my phone, it didn't show me to the right. It was times 4. So I shorted him 3 swim baits of one color and 3 swim baits of another color. So not only did it take him 12 days to get his order, it's not even a full order. So now he's calling me a sham and a scam and all this stuff. And no, he's not really, but he's not happy about it. And that's rightfully so. But you guys, I don't control the post office. I will make it right. If anybody does not receive their product, I will make more. I'll send you more. I will make it right. Okay? But I'm sorry. I mean, that's all I can say is I am so sorry. You know? Oh, hey, yeah. What color is the box? It's a tan box.
They're out looking for it right now.
It's a big, huge box like this by like 6 by 4. You can't miss it. It's like, a Home Depot packing box, and it's all wrapped around the outside, and there's plugs in it. And inside that, there's plugs in it. There's 6 plugs in each box, and there's at least 30 boxes of those small ones inside the big box. So, yeah, 30 times. There's 180 plugs at $10 a pop. There you go. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
That's hurting. So if there's honestly somebody's out there, just it's Kevin is Kevin gives back so much. This is your chance to give back to him if you find that box. But if it makes you sleep good at night and you kept it, then you slept.
That's
good at
all right.
Night,
it is what it is. Humility is comical. When you're able to be humble, you're funny. Because you can just make fun of yourself and you make mistakes. I'm running around pushing so hard, trying to make everybody happy, trying to do the right thing, trying to fill these orders. We did this for other people, We could have been still even. But again, I'll get them out. I will get them out to you. I'm sorry that it took long. I apologize for that. But that's not on me on that one. Well, it kind of is. I mean, I went there and I asked the lady if it was scanned, but next time maybe I'll drive him to your house. If I would have known the guy in Orville was ordering it, I would have drove it to his house.
Right.
Hey, there's May. Hi, May.
Yeah.
Hi, May. May says hi. May doesn't care. See, May was feeling sorry for me.
Just giving you some love.
Came over and she just said hi because she's like, Dad, you need to just hang out. So there's May. May said hello. Striper fishing. Let's see here. Yeah, no, thanks, Robert. I'm not trying to beat myself up, but it's real talk, and it's just the way it is sometimes.
It's real.
I mean, we do so much and go so many places and do so many things, and it just seemed like it just didn't go right today. It was one of those days. But today's over. We're doing our podcast. Roxanne's driving to the store. We'll see if any minnows survived, which I doubt. We lost the plugs, but maybe I didn't want those plugs anyway. you know. So anyway, someone will find them, or I'll go tomorrow morning and I'll look down the road and see if I can see the box on the side of the road. You know, I did that one time with a seat cover. A seat cover blew off one time, and I was like, oh, I was so bummed. And as I was coming back home from the river, I looked over on the side, and there it was.
There it was.
So I
Waiting
flipped
for
it
you.
through, and I went over and got it. So, you know, things happen. Things happen. It's just things happen. But you know, I guess this is good. This is good because some people say, oh, yeah, you know, you get to fish for a living and that's just amazing. And, you know, your life is so amazing. And it is. I mean, I got God in my life. I get to go to heaven. I mean, I get to be kind to other people and they get to be kind to me. But the reality is sometimes you step in the mud puddle, you know, just sometimes it happens and it happens to everybody. And here's the difference. Do you say, well, you know, am I a loser? No, I'm not a loser. Things happen. Am I going to make this impact the rest of the day and say, you know, oh, you know, and I'm ruined? No. You laugh about it and you say, you know what? I get a new day tomorrow. You know, I'm going to make it through the night and we're going to make it okay. So it's like, oh, but gosh, dang it. Ah,
Wow. Exciting day.
I'm going to be sleeping out in the doghouse tonight if Roxanne ever makes it back. Lord help protect Roxanne on her drive back. If something happens there, I will never hear the end of it. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah.
I hope you make it through the night, Kevin.
Yeah, you and me both. All right, let's go to some comments and some questions here. Moving forward, we've got a great spring coming up. I mean, with this snow and this rain, keep it coming. You know, people are interested in, let's jump into this right now. Thoughts on the striper fishing after the rain moves out. How much rain we still got coming? That's the question. It's cold right now. Fish are moving. The delta's muddy. It's going to be, you know, beginning of March if it all clears up. Let's jump on to our weather app here and let's look and say, oh, cold weather advisory. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's going to be cold tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it was cold. It's snowing in Orville this morning when I left.
Let's see how accurate. You look your little thingy up there, and I heard
Look,
we have a
look
break
my little
tomorrow.
thing. Is that what you said? Look, my
Look
little
at
thingy up.
your little tablet thing there, your phone. But
All right.
looks like Saturday's clear, right?
Yeah, it looks like I'm showing everything partly cloudy. Everything cleared up, so the storm didn't stay as long as they thought.
I think it's coming back though on Sunday night.
You know, it looks like Sunday. What I'm seeing is we're going to get more rain, so it's got to stop raining for a little bit. It looks like it's going to rain into Monday. Yeah, back into Tuesday, 80-90% into Tuesday. So it's going to rain on Tuesday. Wednesday, the same thing. I'm showing Thursday the same thing. So that's into long range forecast. I'm not a meteorologist, so we just all use our apps and things like that. You know, just don't striper fish for a little while. Everything's going to be muddy. Everything's going to be cold. Rig swim baits, put new line on your reels, make sure everything's ready to go. But hey, Joe, how you doing, bud?
Joe.
Yeah, yo, Joe. And we're just commenting on the comments. But hold off a little while. They're going to be letting water out of Shasta. It's going to be muddy. I mean, if you're lucky, you'll get something on bait on the side. The delta is going to be chocolate brown for a while. And it looks like the next week, you should hold off on striper fishing. I mean, I don't want to say you couldn't catch one in a slough up in the delta somewhere, because if we were fishing over there, we would find them somewhere. But just weather-wise and on the river, no, there's stripers in the river right now. They're not the big numbers of schoolies, but there's local fish, there's resident fish, there's a few fish that are migrating through back and forth. There's always some fish. So would you have a chance if you went out and fished real hard? Sure, you bet. Are you going to run into schools of them? No. And with muddy water, it's going to be bait. Now, what it will do, although we can't fish for them, it's going to bring up so many sturgeon. up into the Sacramento River. It'll be nuts. Man, it'll be cool to float over some of those holes with our graphs on and just look at them. We can't fish for them anymore. Can't even catch and release them, that's a whole nother
That's a whole
story.
nother thing. It's a whole
Yeah,
nother thing.
we should be able to catch and release them. But there are studies that say that the fish, once they're caught, they don't come back in that same area to spawn. And that data I'm not going with, because I'm just not going with that. Because I know sturgeon, I know that their cycles on when they come up, low water years, they don't come up at all. Some years they don't come up to spawn. So, just because you tagged the fish and didn't see it on the sonar because it didn't come back to that same hole the next year after you caught it, doesn't mean it didn't come back because it was hooked, So but anyway, that's not for us to say. It's the rules are for us to follow and abide by and do our best. That's where we're at. And that's what this show is about, is doing the best you can do. As we go along and we talk about this for stripers, man, I mean, and I paused right there because I'm looking at a lot of questions, a lot of different things popping up on our feed here from different people. Oh man, that power plant, incident over there. Yeah, I don't know. And I know it killed a bunch of smolt, a lot of baby salmon, things like that. Is it going to affect the Feather River? Not as much for the salmon runs and the striper runs, no. It will definitely affect the Yuba, which is a bummer. And a lot of those fish that go up the Yuba that they tag are Feather River fish anyway. And they've all just merged together over since the dams were put in and hatcheries and all that happened. But it will affect it some, Robert, but hopefully not as much as we think right now. Some of the babies made it out. It might affect some of the Yuba, but we can't fish on the Yuba. It won't affect the baby stripers. It'll affect some steelhead in there. But other than that, no. Hey, Rob, how are you doing? I hope you guys are having a good evening. Let's see. Do I dare ask? I'm going to try it right now. How do the minnows look?
Oh, you're just looking for punishment, aren't you?
No. I'll just get it done.
Get it over. Get your lickings now.
Yeah, no, I just might as well. It's just part of it.
If she gets mad while she's not there, maybe she'll calm down by the time she gets home.
No, she's just not mad. She's just thinking, what am I doing? We work so hard to take care of other people. People don't realize how hard she works and how hard I work to make sure they get their product, their packages, good product, and things like that. So, yeah, Robert, honestly, I'm worried about it also. But I'm not. There's nothing we can do as of right now. I don't think it'll affect the feather as bad as we think, but I hope not. Moving forward, let's talk about swim baits a little bit. Striper, swim baits, that's all coming up, and we're going to rig our swim baits. And so, this is how we kind of do them. Here's a bag of lead heads that we just painted. We paint them all in-house, our lead heads. Now, people ask, oh, it's just a lead head, right? What's a lead head? You don't know it's a lead head. Here's a lead head. So we make them on our own molds. We paint them ourselves. There's hundreds of them in that bag right there. And people ask about this. And one of the things when you're looking at a lead head, you want to make sure this is a 1/2 ounce. And I like throwing 1/2 ounce a lot, sometimes 3/4, depending on the water height. But 1/2 ounce is my pretty much go-to. And then this hook on here is a sickle style type hook. And you can see it's not just a J hook. It's not just a normal bend. It's got some little crooks in it. I don't know. Okay. How does that look on your end, Stoney?
I can
see it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you can see it. See like that? That pins the fish and holds them on longer. Now, why I can say that with 100% accuracy on that and confidently is because I've been fishing swim baits for a very, very long time. And different hooks hold fish differently. And on big fish that you got to fight, that sickle hook pins it in there better in the jaw and does not let him shake it out. It gets in that cartilage on the side of the hook there, and man, they just can't get it out. They can't get it out, and it's a great hook. And so our hook to land ratio on that hook goes way up. So I took that hook and I made a mold. Okay, we made a mold out of aluminum mold, and we pour our own heads. That hook fits in that head, and I'm going to show you when we hook on the swim bait that not all heads are created equally. This is a super heavy duty hook that won't break unless it gets rusty or something. It will not break, and it's super, super sharp. You touch it, and that thing stays sharp. The other thing, I've offset the end to where this eye comes up to where when you tie it on, it pulls straight. So, oh man, do I have any line right here? I don't have any line right here. If you can imagine, I'm going to take a pin. When you're jigging, vertical jigging for crappie and stuff like that, you want your eye, ice fishing, to stay directly right there. And if the pin is my fishing line, it's straight up and down. Because again, vertical, right? Vertical jigging. Want your bait straight up and down. Well, when you're casting this, you're not vertical jigging it. You're casting it and reeling it in. Huh. How about this? Check this out, you guys. I got the report. Okay, and then we'll get back to that. Leaving now. Pump on 2 at quarter liter. Grandpa, the tackle box, just checked on me. Leaving now to go look for lures. Oh boy. Only 5 dead so far. We only lost 5 minnows.
So if you're looking to get minnows, get them tomorrow.
So we saved a half a dozen minnows, and we lost $1,800 in quick fish on the side of the road.
Hey, maybe you're gonna find them. It's not, the day's not over. I tell you, got half of
sorry,
Orville.
I'm adding to there. I'm responding to her. Wow, good job. Yep. She's running back to see if she can find the box of plugs.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a traffic jam.
It's one way, yeah. So they'll be on the side somewhere. But she normally drives in the fast lane. So as long as she didn't cause a wreck, thank you, Lord, for that. And that would be on my fault because I told her it was all fine in the back. She said, "Are they going to blow out?" I said, "No, they'll be fine." I shook them. "No, they'll be okay." "You sure?" "Oh, yeah, they're sure. I'm sure." Yeah, a lot of confidence in me. Wow, good job. Don't forget conditioner. Well, we don't have well water, so you got to put conditioner in the water. Yeah, and Devin's got a question. Do you salt the water when receiving new fish? And you bet we do. You can salt the water a little bit. And what the question is, in salting the water, you can dump a cup of salt, for every 20 gallons of water. And you use that ratio. And that keeps them from getting disease and slime on them and things like that. And most of the time, the minnows that we get, they've been stressed out. So that salt really helps them a little bit. And, it's funny you asked that, Devin. And a lot of the hatcheries sometimes wouldn't salt their fish. And that's why we had lots of die-offs. But now they do. They're mandated by law to salt their tanks. So it's not a lot. But you just take a scoop of salt, and just dump in there and just let it swirl around a little bit. And then that definitely helps. Helps that slime. It helps from getting any diseases or anything on them.
It helps more to make sure you have water.
Yeah. Bite them, eh? Bite them, eh? Bite them.
So that's good. You didn't lose all your minnows. That's awesome.
Right. Didn't lose all the minnows, just lost lures.
There you go. Hey, the day's not over.
Okay, back to the swim bait. So I made it so when you tie it on, you want your line coming horizontal. Tie your knot here and make sure it's pulling straight away. Yeah, Ben, it's a good idea to put a little in your pond. So that's where the pin's at, is the direction you want your line from. And if it's not, pull it down and so it pulls straight, because you're going to cast this out, let it down, and reel it back in, and you want it coming this way, not up here, because then that'll turn the nose down. So there's a lot to swim baits. There really is, to get bit on them more. Yeah, when they're biting good, you can just cast out and catch anything. But I want to show you how to rig one. So this is just a bag here, white swim baits, and another 100 there. That's how we do them, how we make them. Okay. Let's pull out our swim bait. And here's how to rig a swim bait. I'm right-handed. Hold it like so, to where the hook point is down, and pointer finger and thumb, the eyelid is pointed to my left. Now obviously it's opposite that you're watching. Left hand. Bring these together and just take and put the hook right into the center of that swim bait. Can you see that, Stoney?
Yep.
You can see it okay? Okay, all right. So just in the center like that, right? Try to keep the fingers. Now, come up here. I can't see it anymore because, but see the eye of the swim bait? Put it right in the center of that swim bait and just push it in a little bit, and it'll put a little indent in it. See that indent?
Yep.
See that? Okay. That's where your hook comes out. Everyone's out like, how far do you push it? How far do you not? Now check this out. So you just thread it straight on. Just keep pushing that thing straight on there and try to keep it centered. Now I look for the indent. I have to obviously look at it this way. There I see the indent. I'll turn that to show you can see it. The point of the hook's coming right out the indent, out of the center. Now just ease it up on there. Take it. Kind of just wiggle it on there. You don't have to thrash it on there. Just kind of wiggle it on there like so. Pull it down. Straighten it all out. And then see how that looks like the belly of the fish. We turn it on there, and it doesn't look good from that side. I mean, oh, you can see. Oh, there you go. You can see it on that side. That's the best side. The belly and the tail, and see how that there. See how it hangs straight like that. That tail will just thump and thump and thump and thump and thump and thump like crazy. And by the way, we mix our own plastics, and the reason I do it is because I can't get the right one in the cold water. Our tails of ours are different. This isn't promoting Kevin Brock swim baits. I'm just telling you, I've spent a lot of time on this. This is our lead head. It's our hook. It's our swim bait, all together, all in one. But anyway, that's how you rig a swim bait. I've talked to guys, and they're like, okay. Guy came in last week, before the storm, 2 weeks ago, came in and said, okay, I got a testimonial for you. I'm like, all right. I thought he was going to talk about something else. He said, I was using one of your swim baits, and my buddy, we were on the Delta, and my buddy was using one of his. My buddy caught a fish on the first one. Boom. He said, nope, I didn't switch over, right? 6 fish in a row later, his buddy was like, can I have some of those baits? So he was asking me, why? Why? It looks the same. Why does it fish better? We mix our plastic to make sure that tail really thumps, just whether you reel it fast or slow, it really gets that vibration in the water like a little fish. So cold water, warm water, either way. But the colder the water, the less plastic moves. So if it's soft at the end, it'll give more action. So if you have more action, you catch more fish. Also, we put scent inside this. I mix some stuff together. It has to be a certain temperature. I watch the temperature, otherwise it burns the scent out of it, and we inject it with air in there. A guy last year was sitting on the anchor with swim baits out. Not normally how you fish swim baits, but that's what he was doing. 2 rods out, right? Yeah, you might put them upside down. They were at the right rod gets bit 3 times in a row. It's one of my swim baits. The other one wasn't. He switched rods because he's like, oh, for sure, that's it. the left rod went down 3 more times in a row. He said, "What is it?" I'm not saying other swim baits don't work, because they all do. And they catch lots and lots of fish, and they have for years. I'm just saying, guiding, I put more stuff into mine, and people are like, "Why do yours work better?" Because A, you're going to be confident in them, and B, you got a better hook, and it hangs on to bigger fish, and we're going to thread one more in there. Anyway, just so if you didn't get it, put it halfway in. So that's my little quick thing on the swim baits. They all work good. Just make sure they paddle real good. Take that eye and just indent that swim bait a little bit, so you can see where the indent is. That way you know that's where your hook comes out. And just run it straight on there.
And you want it to come out their belly, not on top of their head, Ben, just
Yeah.
so you know.
Yeah. So yeah, the hook always comes out the straight part. And then just work it on there and just kind of ease this part up onto it, because you don't want to tear this. You know, if you tear that, then it comes off. Oh yeah, that's a perfect one. Look at that, just like that.
And do you ever glue it, or you just leave it?
So yeah, no, and I'm almost to there.
Okay.
See how that's on the back. The hook comes out the back. So here's the key to that. Now I sell swim baits, right? So you would think, oh, people tell me don't tell people this, because they won't lose as many. You won't sell as many swim baits. I don't care. I don't care. I give them away anyway. You know, I send double orders. Right up here. Take that, and my pin is a thing of super glue. And you don't have to use super glue gel. I like the regular super glue, but either one will work. Just put a couple drops right there, and then just wiggle it up on there. That thing will stay all day long on there, not tear off, not pull off on shorts. You'll save tons of money on swim baits, and you'll catch 4 fish, and the fish don't care about any super glue smell, because there's enough smell on it already. They don't care. I've done it 1,000 times. But anyway, that's how to rig a swim bait. Just like that. It's a 4-inch swim bait with a 1/2 ounce head. One of my favorite colors right there, the red and white. And that's it. We make 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, all the way through.
Where do I get them?
You can get them all over. But I think those ones right there. We haven't talked about the website again. We readjusted some prices. You can get them on our website, fishkevinbrock.com, at the online store, if you trust the Postal Service. But eventually you'll get one order, and probably I'll send you another order. So you might get like 2 orders for double half off, one for free and one for half off. That's a heck of a deal. We're going to get a lot of orders now coming up here. Oh, what a nightmare. But anyway, on our website, what we've done is, because some people aren't carrying them in their stores, so you can get these, we call them striper candy. You can get them, at the Tackle Box in Chico. You can get them online. Sportsman's Warehouse only orders about 15,000 of these every year. That's how many they sell. It's so popular. The baits, you can get them at Sportsman's Warehouse and at other participating stores. But yeah, if you want stellar deals on them and you can't find them at your retailer, go to fishkevinbrock.com, go to the online store, and we adjusted some prices in there. Now, most of the time, with inflation, with insurance, with everything else, prices always, there's an increase, right? And we all accept that, 10%, 15%, whatever. We went the opposite direction, because we were selling these for above retail, so the other retailers, wouldn't get mad at us or anything like that. So we're trying to be nice to everybody, which it was like $4 or $3.75 or whatever it was. Well, now they're back to $1 for the lead head, $1 for the swim bait, $2 for a pre-rigged swim. I think, didn't we put them $2 or was it $2.25?
They're $2.
Yeah, I think they're $2. Anyway, that's pretty amazing. We cannot have a 50% sale on that. I'm sorry. Because I'll definitely be staying at your house, Tony. But we're giving back. I mean, really, what it comes down to is I think the people are just kind of tired of what paying so much. I mean, first up, because it's not that the bait costs that much, it's just that this guy from this company ordered it from a manufacturer, so they got their cut, and then they sold it to their distributor, so they got their cut, and then they sold it to their guy who got their cut, which is a wholesaler. They get their cut, then it goes to it's been cut 5 times by the time it reaches us. And we're just out, and I'm just like, how is this lure costing $14? When it should be costing $6. And so when I checked into it a lot, that's why we're really promoting our online store, because we're just giving back. We're not making a killing on it. We're losing money this last week. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, Ben, some of these comments, Ben, I think I've been putting the swim bait on wrong, upside down. And sometimes people just don't know.
No, that's just Ben.
That's just classic right there. I mean, it runs straight. And I mean, the tips that I gave you guys are so important. Make sure that line, when you tie that line, it comes straight off like that. Tie that knot hard right to there.
What if you put a swivel? No,
not up there. I'm not big on the swivels.
Okay.
I'm not big on now a duo lock snap. Yes.
Okay.
Because a duo lock is going to, as you reel it back, a duo lock snap is going to be even, at least with it. But again, a direct knot is better. Yeah. A direct knot is better because it just hard ties it. And then as you're reeling it up, see, instead of it going like this, the duo lock snap, it keeps it straight. And as you pull it, it's pulling that head up like one swimming away. Yeah. Duo look. Huh? Duo lock. Yeah. I like tying mine direct. Snap swivels and stuff. No, I'm not saying you can't catch fish. You can catch lots of fish on it, but I just like tying mine direct. Yeah. And you can use a heavy leader, and I suggest, a bumper. You can use 20-pound test or so, a couple feet, and then run it right to your braid, or run straight mono if you want. But I like tying a direct line to it.
You have jerk baits, right?
What's that? We do have jerk baits and glide baits and different things like that. There's something I'm not making myself or painting myself, but we do get them and package them. They're pretty cool. But I've got, sluggo type baits, for bass, smaller 5-inch jerk baits and stuff like that I pour out of plastic. We make those, like your fluke style baits. But the actual jerk bait, a hard bait, I don't personally make a mold on it yet. We have them, but I don't make them on it yet. But yeah, keep an eye out on that. To everyone out there that has not got their order yet, I'm sorry. I truly am. I will stay on it. I will respond. If you didn't get it, contact me. We will make it work. You will not lose your money. You will get your product. That is guaranteed. Whether it's on the side of the road or not, I'll find it. Yeah. And the question is, and we just got no more time. We got all kinds of questions. Am I using fluorocarbon leader with that braid? No, I'm not, and you don't need to. So the stripers are not leader shy. Fluorocarbon can get brittle over time, so I don't use at all. I mean, a heavy mono, a Berkley Big Game 20 or something like that. You can wrap your hand around it. It won't burn your hand when you're pulling up shorts and you're grabbing onto it. And, that's just awesome line. But, who do we need to thank? We need to thank Stony Stone. We need to thank, oh my goodness, so many people out there that carry our product and promote us. And what else we got there, Stony? Jump in there, REPS. That's very, very important. Jump on the Patreon. I mean, we're out of time. I don't even know what happened there.
biggest thing is go to fishkevinbrock.com. Check out his website. Give us some feedback. Do you like the new layout? Do you like how it's all functioning? Is it easy to use? And then provide us some feedback if you want to see something different. And we'll make that happen. That page is for you guys to connect with Kevin and get to the store, find out what's going on. And we have to definitely make it work. So feedback is important. So appreciate that.
Yeah. Positive criticism is always the best way to learn and move forward, and we'll take that and run with it and make it better. Like Stoney's saying, it's there for you guys to help other people out, and we try to simplify it just as much as possible. So our books are almost full for striper season. If you want to get out, please let me know now. Don't wait for the last minute. And we got lots of things coming for next week's podcast. We'll go from there.
Yeah, Ben. Talk to you guys next week, if not Monday. Peace out.